The relationship between a Cancer woman and an Aquarius man is like blending two very different worlds. It's an intriguing connection where the emotional depth of Cancer meets the intellectual independence of Aquarius. These two signs have contrasting needs and ways of showing love, but when they come together, it can be an eye-opening journey for both. As a Cancer woman, you crave emotional security, closeness, and a deep connection, while your Aquarius man values freedom, individuality, and intellectual stimulation. This dynamic can either bring a unique balance to the relationship or cause misunderstandings if the differences aren't navigated with care. At first, you might find yourself intrigued by his unpredictable and unconventional ways. He has this magnetic ability to see things from a broader perspective and approach life with an air of originality. He's not the typical romantic partner, but that's part of his charm. You, on the other hand, approach love from a place of care and sensitivity. You want to nurture and protect your loved ones, especially your partner. And you're always thinking about how to make the relationship feel more intimate, more meaningful. Cancer woman, the emotional anchor. As a Cancer woman, you are the embodiment of emotional depth and warmth. You are deeply connected to your feelings, and your intuitive nature makes you highly attuned to the emotions of those around you. In a relationship, you seek a strong emotional bond, someone who understands the importance of vulnerability and trust. You want a partner who will hold space for your emotions, someone who will listen, nurture, and reciprocate the affection and care you give so generously. For you, love isn't just about fleeting moments of passion, it's about building a home, creating a life together, and feeling secure in the knowledge that your partner is fully committed to you. You thrive in a relationship where there is emotional closeness, mutual respect, and a shared vision for the future. You're also someone who loves tradition and finds comfort in routines that make you feel safe. You might dream of romantic dinners, cozy nights in, and meaningful conversations that bring you closer to your partner. Aquarius man, the independent dreamer. Your Aquarius man comes from a completely different emotional landscape. He is someone who thrives on independence, intellectual freedom, and a sense of adventure. He's a deep thinker, always contemplating the bigger picture, and is often drawn to humanitarian causes or innovative ideas that have the potential to change the world. While he is loyal and caring, his emotional world is often more distant than yours, which can sometimes leave you feeling like you're missing the kind of emotional intimacy you crave. For him, love is not about emotional dependence, it's about companionship, shared ideals, and mutual respect for each other's individuality. He's the type of partner who will challenge you to grow, encourage you to step out of your comfort zone, and bring new perspectives into your life. However, he's not someone who will easily dive into deep emotional discussions or wear his heart on his sleeve. His love language is often more intellectual and abstract, and he may express his affection through actions, rather than words or emotional displays. How you complement each other. While your emotional worlds are different, this can actually be what makes your relationship exciting and full of potential. You, as a Cancer woman, bring a sense of emotional grounding and nurturing to the relationship. You offer him a safe space to come back to when the world feels overwhelming. You help him tap into his emotions, something that might not come naturally to him. On the other hand, he brings intellectual stimulation and a sense of freedom to your life. He encourages you to think outside the box, to dream bigger, and to not let emotions hold you back from exploring the world around you. Your Aquarius man might find your emotional sensitivity both fascinating and challenging. He may not fully understand it at first, but over time, he'll start to see how your ability to connect deeply with others brings richness to the relationship. You offer him a perspective that he doesn't always have access to, one that is rooted in empathy, compassion, and emotional wisdom. In turn, he can offer you a way to step outside of your emotional comfort zone and see things from a broader, more detached perspective. He helps you not to take things too personally, and this can be incredibly freeing for you as someone who feels emotions so deeply. Your partner's feelings, how the Aquarius man loves. Your Aquarius man loves in his own unique way, and it might not always look like the traditional romantic gestures you're used to. He's not one for grand emotional displays, but that doesn't mean he doesn't care deeply about you. His love comes through in the way he supports your dreams, the way he encourages you to be your true self, and the way he respects your independence. He's the kind of partner who will push you to grow, to think bigger, and to challenge yourself intellectually. However, because he's more focused on the mind than the heart, you might sometimes feel like he's emotionally distant or unavailable. It's important to remember that his detachment isn't a sign that he doesn't care, it's just the way he processes emotions. He's not as comfortable with emotional vulnerability as you are, and he may need more time to open up and express his feelings. The key is to give him space while also gently encouraging him to share more of his emotional world with you. He likely sees you as someone who balances out his need for independence. While he values freedom, he also appreciates the emotional security you provide. You create a home, a sense of belonging, and this is something that he may not realize he needs until he's with you. You ground him, offering a softness that complements his more logical and detached nature. Challenges in your relationship. One of the biggest challenges you'll face in this relationship is the difference in your emotional needs. You, as a Cancer woman, thrive on emotional closeness and intimacy, while your Aquarius man is more comfortable with intellectual connections and keeping things light. You might feel frustrated at times, wishing that he would open up more emotionally, while he might feel overwhelmed by your need for constant emotional reassurance. Another challenge is that you may feel like you're the one doing most of the emotional work in the relationship. You might find yourself always trying to bridge the gap, to get him to express his feelings or be more present emotionally. This can be exhausting for you, and it's important to communicate your needs clearly and honestly. At the same time, he may feel like his independence is being threatened if he perceives your emotional needs as too demanding. Finding a balance between emotional closeness and personal freedom will be crucial for the success of your relationship. The future of your relationship. While this relationship comes with its challenges, it also has the potential to be incredibly fulfilling. Over time, you'll both learn to appreciate each other's differences and find ways to meet each other's needs without compromising your own. You'll bring emotional warmth and nurturing to the relationship, while he'll bring intellectual stimulation and a sense of adventure. Together, you'll grow and evolve, learning from each other and finding new ways to connect. If you can embrace the differences between you and your Aquarius man, this relationship can be one that constantly pushes both of you to grow and evolve. You'll help him tap into his emotions, while he'll encourage you to see the world from a broader, more open-minded perspective. This balance can create a dynamic relationship that's both challenging and deeply rewarding. A love that defies expectations. The relationship between a Cancer woman and an Aquarius man is one that defies expectations. On the surface, you might seem like an unlikely match, but beneath the differences lies the potential for a deep and transformative connection. It's a love that challenges both of you to grow in ways you never expected, and if you're willing to put in the effort to understand each other, it can be a love that lasts. Ultimately, this relationship is about finding a balance between emotional depth and intellectual freedom. You bring the heart, and he brings the mind. Together, you can create a relationship that's both emotionally rich and intellectually stimulating, offering the best of both worlds. It may not always be easy, but it has the potential to be a love that changes both of you for the better.